As we've been reporting, some areas in the Carolinas and Virginia could see major flooding as a result of Hurricane Florence. Joining me now to discuss flood insurance and how to properly prepare your home for an evacuation is Lisa Sharrard. She is the owner of Choice Flood Insurance, and she joins me now from Wilmington, North Carolina. Lisa, thanks so much for being with us. I know a lot of homeowners have tons of questions for you, but if you are evacuating your home, first off, what are some steps you should take beforehand to ensure a smooth process?
You know, one of the things you're going to want to do is you're going to want to know the route you're going to take and your destination. Make sure that you have a hotel reservation somewhere, because a lot of the hotels are filled. You want to communicate your plans with your family and friends. You want to write down key telephone numbers and keep them in your wallet just in case your cell phone dies. You want to take pictures before you leave your house, before you evacuate, and you want to make sure you have a full tank of gas in your car.
Are there some things that you would recommend people do before they leave their house that will help them get the maximum amount of insurance claim back?
Yes, we want to make sure that you secure your loose fencing and outside articles. You want to, close all your doors inside the home and make sure all the windows are covered. You want to move electronic devices off of the floor, and you want to remove area rugs to prevent mold.
So, Lisa, a lot of people, wonder about flood insurance. It tends to be very, very expensive these days. How important is it to have flood insurance, even if you don't necessarily live in a designated flood zone?
Having flood insurance is the only way that you're fully going to recover if water gets into your house from the outside, other than wind-driven rain. You've got to have flood insurance. Disaster assistance is not going to make you whole. After Hurricane Harvey, the average disaster payment was less than $16,000. That's not going to make anybody whole. That's not going to replace all your belongings. That's not going to buy you a place to live. So we want to make sure that everybody has flood insurance. In the Carolinas, we have over 338,000 policies combined between North Carolina and South Carolina. 5 and 6% of the homes actually have flood insurance in the country. So people are underinsured, and they're not thinking about flood as a real risk, but it is a huge risk. We've got over $87.5 billion in coverage in the Carolinas for flood insurance. That's not going to be enough to pay for people's losses. If you don't have a policy, flood insurance policy, right now is the time to go get one. Even though it won't pay for this claim, there are 2 more storms out there that could impact the Atlantic coast.
So are there some areas of the country, though, that are considered to be so flood prone, so likely to face flooding that there simply is no insurance?
No, the National Flood Insurance Program will insure most properties, but it's a higher price if there are severe repetitive loss or repetitive loss properties.
Right, I think that's But there is, at a price, you can get insured anywhere on the coast.
That is correct.
All right. Now, you've seen many storms hit the Carolinas. Are people in the region prepared when it comes to flood insurance, do you think?
Most people, when it comes to flood insurance, haven't really thought about it. It's something their mortgage company required, and now they're beginning to think about it. I had a client call me today say, is it too late to get an excess policy? And I said, for this storm, yes, but possibly for not the next.
So it's too late now. You can't call up now. What's done is done.
That's right. You can't call up now and get a policy.
All right. So what parts of North and South Carolina are most vulnerable to flooding?
Anywhere near water is, places that have a 1% chance of flooding. They're mapped by the Federal Emergency Management Agency. And those properties are the ones that need to have flood insurance. And actually, Mother Nature doesn't read the map. So if you live near water, or if your neighbor has an above-ground swimming pool, or if you have a stormwater drainage problem coming from the road, you need to have flood insurance.
So, Lisa, do you foresee a day, though, where flood insurance just becomes so prohibitive that a lot of middle-class folks just can't afford it?
A lot of people think that. I don't think that's going to be the case. The Federal Emergency Management Agency is undertaking a new program called Risk Rating 2.0. That rating program is going to look at all things, and including the way they're currently doing business, and they're looking at changing their rating structure over the course of the next 4 years.
That would probably be a welcome change for a lot of homeowners. Lisa,
I'm sure it would be.
Lisa Sharrard, thank you so much.